So one of the poems that we'll be using in the workshop is called Home by Jacqueline Briggs. I want to welcome you to come to lesson 1, in which we're going to jump right into this poem, and we're going to use this poem in order to talk about metaphors. So you might be asking yourself right now, what are metaphors? Metaphors are used to compare two things. What we're focusing on right now is called figurative language. Now the cool thing about language is that you can use it in such a way that it makes you think about maybe your own personal connections, or you'll also make a literal connection with what is being used in the metaphor. What I'm going to do right now is read the poem Home, and this will also be shared as well so you can read it, but I just want you to be able to hear me read it. Home by Jacqueline Briggs. Home is a warm bowl of mashed potatoes. Home is a creamy mac and cheese. Home is my comfy old gray sweatshirts hanging to my knees. Home is the lilt of mama's humming. Home is the roar of daddy's snore. Home is where there's safety, just inside the door. All right, now after having heard that poem, it's full of metaphors. I want to talk about the very first line where the author says home is a warm bowl of mashed potatoes. Now, as I shared earlier, metaphors are figurative language. That means that they speak something and they're actually trying to show us more than just the literal meaning of a word, in addition to it's comparing two things. Now, this poem is about home. And this poem, at least for me, this poem is trying to tell us how the author feels about her home. Now, in that first line, home is a warm bowl of mashed potatoes, you have to try to make a connection here. If you've ever had a warm bowl of mashed potatoes, what does that feel like? Not necessarily what does it look like, because I think we would all agree that our homes don't look like mashed potatoes. But if you think about a warm bowl of mashed potatoes, especially around the holiday season, what comes to mind?